Hey everyone, how are you today? Really, how are you? Put it down in the comment section. How are you today? So, I recently put up a video about becoming your authentic self, becoming you. Be okay with becoming who you are and who you're supposed to be. And I figured that I'll make a video to go a step further because becoming you sometimes can be confusing because you're like, who am I? I don't know who I am. I don't know who I've been. How do I get to who I want to be? Who do I want to be? Like there's so many questions. So I said I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna do a video about tips about becoming the authentic version of you. All right. So this is Coach Kim. Thank you for coming to this channel or coming back. I am here to give you encouragement and empowerment to become who you are, who you want to be, who you're supposed to be, and all that good stuff. So thank you for coming to this channel. Thank you for clicking this video. This message is meant to find you. If you have clicked on it, found it, and clicked on it and are listening, welcome. So I want to start off because years ago, I was going through a very, very rough patch in life. I had become a person who was very angry. I was always angry. Nothing seemed to be going right. My nerves was bad. My health was deteriorating. I was always out there doing things for others and not doing anything for me. And that had me in a place where I was highly stressed out. I thought I had a family of thyroidism, and that showed up in my life because I was so stressed out that it's just, because what's inside comes to the outside. So I started going with bouts of thyroidism and everything. Then I began to have a marriage that broke apart. And I'm not gonna put my marriage on the reason why. I mean, that was just a part of the whole thing. And my job at the time was going crazy and just everything. But everything in my life appeared to me and showed me signs of something needed to change. So, but because I was so into it and because I was so in a place of just dealing with it and being in it, I didn't see and recognize that what needed to change. I didn't even recognize that I wasn't who I was and where I was. One time though, I was in the middle in the midst of my marriage, excuse me, and I did a behavior that I would not normally do. And the second I did it, I was like, "Who are you? What are you doing and why? That's not you don't do that. That's not the way you behave. Like what? Like when I tell you, and this is not a bad thing. I'm not putting on anybody else. I'm just saying for me who I was. I was cussing like a sailor. And that was different for me. That was different for me. I'm not saying that's wrong for anybody. I'm just saying for me and my character, me not being who I was. I gained weight. It was just like I said, it was so much going on. And I was, at the time, I was not aware of just how much I had become somebody else, just how much that so much affected me that I became somebody who wasn't me. And it got to the point where I was so far gone. I just had to I had to stop my marriage. I had to get out of I'm not happy. This is not what I wanted. So I got a divorce. And the second I got a divorce, I was like, okay, what's the first thing I want to do is to get back to me. The first thing that I want to do is to become aware of who I am and what I want to do and who I want to be and become that. So I sought out spiritual guidance first, like God help me, because I didn't talk universe at the time. It was still God at the time. God help me to lead me to where I need to go. I want my life to be different. I want my life to be better. I want different from right now. I want different from what I was. Help me to get there. And in my life, he placed, as I put in another video, in my life, he placed a coach, a life coach, Coach Tammy. And it was crazy because I end up going on this meetup app and I looked up a group. I was looking for interests that I had. Clicked on a few groups, for different interests that are things that I like to do, sewing, cooking, whatever. I just found groups of people. And one of these groups, I forget what the name of that group was, but she had a group that she had started. It was called, I don't know if it was healing or what it was. No, I'm wrong. The group name or the group title or the meeting name, I forget if the group name or that specific meeting she was about to have. Becoming your authentic self. And that hit me because that's what I wanted to do. So I looked on when she was having a meeting, a group meeting, I clicked on it and I showed up. And it just so happened I was the only person to show up that day. Like, it was several people that had signed up to show up, but I was the only one. So her and I, from that day forward, like, I think a couple times, 1 or 2 people showed up after that, but it was mainly just me and her. We had to take that back. Several weeks later, like, people showed up. Like, she kept putting it out there, so people showed up for group coaching that she had and group things. But she became my coach. She became the one who brought me and showed me where to go and how to get there. And I stand here today so grateful because my spirit guides, God, the universe, knew what I wanted, knew who I needed to be, knew what my potential was. They loved me. They had patience with me. They guided me. And they showed me the signs and synchronicities, the paths in my life to go. And I followed those paths. Not always to the T, not always perfectly. Oh my goodness. I'm going to just say I'm stubborn by nature. I'm aware of that. I can't lie or anything about that. I'm aware of who I am. So I didn't do everything perfectly. I didn't do everything right away. I didn't do everything by the book, but whatever. But I still had a path to go. They were still doing their best to guide me. And when I could and did, I followed that guidance. And I am here where I am now. So grateful, so understanding of life and our guidance, our spiritual guidance system and how it works and people around us and how we're all connected together, energy and everything. And it's brought me to a place that I'm just so grateful for. And if you're here listening to this video, I hope and pray this feeling for you. If you are in a place where you're just ready to go, ready to change, ready to be new, ready to become authentic, this video is for you to help you figure out the beginning parts of it. Now, I'm giving you 5 tips to become, and I have a note just to make sure I stay on track because there's so much that can be said for this. I'm giving 5 tips, but it's actually so much more than that. And there's so much more details to what I'm giving you, but I'm not going to let this video be that long. I just want to come on here and I want to help you to begin your journey, okay? This is my goal in life, to help others where have been helped, to guide you like I've been guided. To God and the universe gives me downloads and confirmations to help others. So I'm here to do that. I'm here to be obedient to what I've been asked to do. It's been done for me and I wholeheartedly am ready to do it for other people. So I'm doing it for you. So here you go. 5 tips. I'm going to give you 5 tips and then I'm going to break them down, okay? So the first one is to come at peace with where you are now. Come to peace with who and where you are now. Second piece is to know who you want to be. And if you don't know who you want to be, know where you want to go. All right? If you don't know it, you can become it. You can figure that out. The third one is becoming aware of the patterns that you've picked up from life, from other people, from your childhood and everything else. The fourth one is to do rounds and rounds and rounds of forgiveness. And this is forgiveness of yourself and forgiveness of other people. And the last step is to step forward. With all the information that you have, step forward and keep stepping forward. Okay, so let's go back. So the first tip, come to peace with who and where you are now. A lot is said quite often that you can't get to where you want to go until you know where you currently are. Like you can't start your GPS to go forward until you think about it. And your GPS, if you want to give you directions, it asks you what? What's the first thing it asks you? Where are you now? Well, no, I'll take that back. The first thing it asks you is where you want to go. Okay. Now, before I can tell you where to go, where are you starting from? Are you starting from here? Are you starting from somewhere else? Like, where are you starting from? So the first thing you have to do into becoming your authentic self is to be aware of where you are now. To come to peace with that. To come to peace with saying, you know what, I'm not where I'm not who I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. And when you do this, don't judge yourself on it. This is not the reason. It's not being brought up to judge yourself. Don't start uh, becoming. It's not to find yourself in a place of depression or sadness or grief or sorrow or all those things. It's not to feel ashamed of where you are. This is just to let you know, because it's not easy to know where you want to go until you know where you are. To know that, because that's how you can quickly identify where you want to go. Because what you don't like gives you the black and white of where you want to go. Like, you can sit there and say, I don't like pizza. And the fact that you don't like pizza can quickly tell you, well, I don't like pizza, but I do like pasta. I do like salad. I do like, you know what I'm saying? Because you define one thing to help you define something else. So come at peace to where you are now. Come at peace with who you are now. That's how you begin. That's how you begin the process. Second one is know who you want to be. Who do you want to be? The characteristics, the just the person, the personality. Who do you want to be? And if you don't know who, where do you want to go? Like, is there an example of someone that you would like to be now? Be careful of this, because you don't want to. You becoming authentic, so don't form yourself after someone to be like them. As a person, if you see someone who's strong, if you see, say for instance, everybody used to love Oprah Winfrey. Okay, so you say Oprah Winfrey is this person that you seek after, or it could be a sports person, or it can be something. Yeah, that's an image, that's a thing. But what about them is the question. Because they're strong, because they're athletic, because they are physically fit, because they speak well, because they are confident. Like, take what from them you like, because that's who you want to be, not that person, but the thing. All right. So that's point two. Know who you want to be, or know where you want to go. Step three, be aware of the patterns that you picked up. Okay, so you're not there. Why are you not there? What happened? Like, what have you learned? What did you learn as a child? What did you learn as a young adult? What have you learned as an adult? Who and wherever you are now, the attitudes, the habits, the thoughts, the everything that you do that you don't like, where did it come from? Did it come from because of an experience that you've been through, and so it brought that about you? And I say this because, say for instance, me, I am very I talk a whole lot more now than I used to as a kid. When I was a kid, quiet, nothing said nothing. I was silent. For one, I was raised that way. The children don't speak, children are seen, not heard. All those little things, just quiet. Feeling like my opinion and my thoughts and what I had to say didn't want to be heard. So I became quiet. But after a while, I became very more voiced, because I got sick of feeling like I was looked over, got sick of feeling I was being used, got sick of feeling like my people wasn't listening to me, at least to a degree, because I learned more about that later on. But because of those things, then I became someone more voiced, more opinion. And it's funny, because one day when I was an older adult, I came across one of my cousins one day. We had a family gathering, and she was watching me, and I'm like, what is it? Why are you looking at me like that? And she was like, girl, when you was a kid, you used to say nothing. Now you are saying, and I'm just shocked, because you have a lot to say. I say, listen, all them years that I didn't say anything, I'm on it now. I have a lot to say, and the people are going to listen. So again, that's your third one. Become who you are and why are you that way. And if you need to get a piece of paper and write this down, please do, because this helps you to visually see what the goals are, and just see. Sometimes we can't see anything until we write it down or until we speak it out. So do this if you need to. And as a matter of fact, I would strongly suggest you do this regardless, writing it out. Okay, so the fourth step is do rounds of forgiveness. Ugh. This is one of the most important parts of your journey is forgiveness. And this is something that's not going to be done on a one-time deal. Even with a single person, a relationship you used to have, a family member you used to deal with, or did you still deal with, yourself. Yourself. Like, you have to forgive who and what. You have to forgive who and what. Because letting that go allows you to let go of that energy and that feeling so that you don't keep repeating the patterns of whatever happened to keep. If you have pattern, and I'm sure you do, have patterns that keep coming up in your life of people that you deal with, situations that keep happening or something, those are appearing because of something that you dealt with. And so if you're something that you like and you don't want in the future part of you that you're going to, you have to let it go. And the way that you let it go is to forgive. Now, there's so many ways and different ways and modalities and methods of forgiving. Like I said, this video can be a whole lot longer, and I can't get through all that in this video. So if you're interested in further explanation of anything I'm saying now, any of these tips, please comment below, and I can come back and do a more in-depth video, depth video of whatever you're asking for. But you have to do rounds of forgiveness for yourself. Is very important, and for others. And I say for yourself because a lot of times we're not aware and we don't think that we need to forgive ourselves. Like, well, what would I forgive myself for? I didn't do nothing. They did it. I didn't do anything. It was all them. But no, there's things that you need to forgive of yourself as well. Because there's things that you allowed that you should not have allowed. There's behaviors that you had that you shouldn't have had. Things that you've done that you shouldn't have done. Like so many things. But you have to forgive yourself, and it's imperative that you can forgive other people. That's a part of this whole process. And the last one is step forward. Don't let yourself feel stuck. Don't feel like you can't have. Don't feel like it can't happen. Don't feel like it's not possible. Move forward. Give yourself grace. Give yourself mercy. Have peace. But step forward. If you need to give yourself a plan, if you just say, just day by day, I'm just going to, just chuck it down, be okay with it, find ways of calm, whatever it is, but step forward. Know that it's possible. Know that it is, and do it. And I sit here before you and let you know, I was a person who, like I said, I was anger. Anger was that don't even hit cut the cake for who I was as a person. Like, anger led me. Anger was me. I was known, and I was proud to be known, because I felt like that was a thing that you did, letting people know that you can't get over me. You can't. I felt it was necessary. It wasn't. It's not. I wanted peace, and being that angry was not giving me peace. But to know who I was, if you could see me back then, like, just to see if I could, I'm not going to do it. But if you can see a picture of me back then and now, you can just see the visual difference. Just a visual difference of who I was versus who I am. Because it's something about being at peace and okay and moving forward and living and moving and loving in faith. Oh, it just makes a world of difference for you and your energy. So if you're here, your spirit and your soul is calling for this. You need this. It's for you. So I encourage you to go back if you need to go back. If you haven't written everything down, go back and listen again to write everything down and follow this. You don't have to follow it verbatim, but know that if you haven't already started looking around, starting with this video, you're going to be more intuitively guided for where you need to go for you, because all of our journeys are different. All of our journeys are not the same. So who and how you heal is not the same as who I and how I healed. We may use the same methods or same things, but we'll use them in different ways at different times. You'll be guided different from someone like me and a best friend. We both are on our spiritual path together, and we both learned a lot at the same time, but things that I took on and learned and I moved forward with. Some things that she took a little longer to get, and so she just sat a little longer with it, but she's getting it. She got it. I love it. That's my girl. She's doing it. She's doing it. But we're both healing regardless. She healed in different ways faster than I healed. I healed in ways faster, differently than she healed, but we're both healing. So our journeys are different, but we're both in a set of healing, and that's what it's about. It's about you coming to a place where you are more happy and peaceful and joyful with life. All right. Okay. So that's my clue to hush. So I'm not gonna prolong this video any more than this. I intend that you get what you need for now from this video. Come back to my other videos to see, look around to see if there's something else more to guide you. And if something is not there, please leave a comment below to let me know what you need. Let me know what you're looking for. I have other video channels too. I'll put the other channels down below this so you can look around, because this is my Healing Bridges. I have also on the soul side, where I talk a little bit more metaphysical things. Like, I don't even know which one I'm going to put this on, but either way, this might be Healing Bridges one. So look for the other one. Either way, look for me, find me. I'm here for you. If you are interested in one-on-one counseling, if you're interested in just having someone to listen, or you want to have someone to talk it out, or to plan it out, or figure out who and where and how to go, I am here for you. I am Coach Kim. I am available. Just contact me in the information below. I will be glad to set up a confirmation consultation with you. Consultation with you, just to see if we have the energy that I am the one that help you, because you can be in a place of healing, but that doesn't mean that I'm the one to do it. So we can find out if I am the person. Definitely set up a call to see, where we're guided. And if not, come, and whether I am or not, feel free always to watch a video that I have or have coming up. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, or hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for future videos coming up, of course. And leave a comment. Like I said, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. Your soul thanks you. And your soul is asking you to go ahead and step forward. Feel good about becoming the authentic version of you. Feel good, feel empowered. Feel like it's possible. Know that it's possible, because it is. And this is your day to continue on your journey. So in everything, as always, in love, light, and healing, stay blessed.